Call it media, call it press. We know one thing, it ain't the best. Fake news, no shit, make it up, table of witches. All you bitches, spew them lies. Tell your groupie circle the wagons. Always pulling shit from the skies. You say that Joe believes in dragons. Dragons, what? Yeah, dragons, but wrong with you bitches. You all be witches, bunch of rich, ugly snitches. Rich, ugly bitches, throw them out by the seat of their britches. When you gonna move snowflakes? It's time to go. Elections over, pack it up. You wanted bitches, get out, move to Mexico. You got no love, only hate. You got no off to Mexico. Say you hate them all. Smash their signs, egg their houses. You hate them, that's how you are. Just haters you are. Once upon a time a gal named Wawa, who? You know, Baba Wawa. You all had some credibility back then, not these days, Dave. You all be flipping nasty, rude. All you doing now, being ugly, spewing hate. Yeah, hate, lack of truth, make shit up, tell those lies. Being ugly, dragons, you for real. Dragons, you be tripping, what you think? People nothing but a bunch of bitches, telling lies, sipping brew like a bunch of witches. Yeah, you bunch of bitches. Dragons, you fucking crazy. Do you believe in dragons? You believe in dragons? Fact check this, fact check that. You don't bother, cause you don't care. Make up this, make up that. It don't matter, telling lies. Pack it up, it's time to go. You bitches pack it up. Move on, move to Mexico. By the seat of the bitches. Yeah, you ugly, wealthy riches. Yeah, you would move nasty. Bitches, hate, lies, corruption. Dragons, really, you're nice. You crazy witches, boot them nasty women, throw them out, goodbye witches, we in the stitches. You said you would move to Mexico, hurry while you can, by the seat of your
Okay, there we go. Sorry, I had to close a couple of browsers. I was checking out the other channel, see what everybody was up to. Shiz is live again. DP's over there, so I don't know if he'll pop in or not. He's got a lot more interest in the Wrangler situation. I guess as the 5th gets closer, they're going to probably go on about it every night, I suppose. But I'll leave Wrangler to them. So I don't know if anybody caught this the other night. There's a little bit of disdain between, well, I shouldn't say disdain. I guess Chili kind of rocked the boat. Here's the Deal was trying to, in his diplomatic fashion, trying to kind of, I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if he was trying to justify for Papa or Chili or what. But what was funny is the other night when Predator Troll was going to have Papa on for a debate. And, they stumbling around for the first 30, 40 minutes, hadn't heard from him. And it's obvious that he wasn't going to show up. And then when it did come to fruition that he was not going to be there, he made the comment that he was thankful that he had people in the community that were giving him good advice and so on and so forth. And right then, I said to myself, Chili, because that's the one person Papa thinks is, king of all kings, and it turned out to be correct. Chili said so last night, or I think it was last night on Here's the Deals stream. I've got it where let me pull this up right where Chili shows up. So this is Here's the Deals live stream. Like I said, I'm not sure what he was trying to do. I think he was trying to, like I said, justify. Let's see what he says here. I'm sure we can get it out of him. All right, let's start right there and see what happens.
It'll make us stronger. It's not going to ruin you. It will make you stronger. And how is it going to make you stronger? Because the reproofs of correction are the way of life. If truth fears no scrutiny, then truth tellers accept and absorb the truth and submit to the truth no matter what. Why? Just because it's truth, not because of the messenger who brought it or the way in which he articulated it. You say I'm going to build a shed in your backyard in 2 days. 2 weeks go by. You're telling your friend this. I'm going to build you a shed, and that takes time, effort, resources. It's going to have you ever built like a 16 by 12 shed? It's going to take one man a long time, but you said you would do it. I don't care how hard it is. I don't care what the weather's like. I don't care the justifications. I don't care that family's into town. You got a sick child. You can make the justifications, no problem. Go ahead and make them. But the point is, you didn't do what you said you were going to do in 2 days. So 3 weeks go by and your friend calls you that you promised and says, man, I don't even want to do this, but I love you. And you said you were going to build me a shed in 2 days. This is week 3 and you're not doing it. You're not keeping your word. And then wait for the reaction. If it's contrition, oh my God, man, I know. I'm sorry. So they say they're sorry, but then 3 more weeks goes by and you look in your backyard and there's still no shed. Is he really sorry? And this is a moderately extreme example.
Yeah, so looks like it's just you and me, Linda. So, yeah, DP's over at Shiz's, of course. And don't know if he's going to pop in or not. Said he was, but last week he was over there. I ran a lot longer. Why are we listening to this much? Well, because I was going to point out something. So what he was doing was he was trying to justify Papa's backing out, or not to justify Papa's backing out of Predator Troll's set up debate with him. So Here's the Deal. Brian was basically saying, dude, you should have gone and done it because you said you would. Well, I was in the background waiting for this debate to take place as well. And when it finally came to fruition that Papa wasn't going to be there, Papa made the comment that he was glad there was people in his community that he looked up to that advised him and steer him in the right direction. And I immediately said to myself, Chili, he called Chili, or Chili called him and said, "Hey, don't do this, man. You just don't even want to play mixed match with these guys." Da 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 da. And that's exactly what happened. Now, Brian's got a good point here. He shouldn't have done that. He advertised to his audience that he was going to have a debate, and he backed out of it, and he shouldn't have. Now, Chili shows up here in just a second. I was going to let Brian use his own words instead of me narrate his words. And then I was going to show you when Chili shows up and watch what a butthead. Chili's such a worm. It's well worth watching. Let me let Brian spit just a few more things out of his mouth to kind of justify for him where he is at and what he's thinking.
Example. Why am I saying moderately extreme? Because compared to showing up on a live stream that would take virtually no effort, you don't even have to leave the house. Building a shed, planning a shed, buying the materials, the resources, the time expenditure away from your family to do what you said you were going to do for your friend. And I don't. What if you told Frauditer Troll that you would build a shed in his backyard in the next 2 days and you didn't do it? You would be rightly mocked and criticized and ridiculed because it's worthy of ridicule. It's truly ridiculous that you would make that promise and not make good on your word. So when somebody tells me, and I haven't even heard this, oh man, yeah, you're right. I should have fulfilled my word. Okay, then if you should have, then do it. I don't care if it's perceived, because people said, well, it's like, going into the lion's den or the meat grinder. I hear justifications. I don't see the fulfillment of a word. You can live your life not fulfilling your words if you want to. You can think that it's no big deal if you just did it once and, hey, I'll apologize and move on. And in some cases, you can just apologize and move on. But if you can correct the situation, why wouldn't you? And look at me, guys. Doesn't it speak to your character? I'm not even going to say whether it does or doesn't, but you tell me. Doesn't it speak to your character when you said you were going to do something, you don't do it, you get corrected on it, you apologize for it, and then you still don't do it? Doesn't it reflect on your character in a negative way? I don't think I need to tell you if it does or doesn't, because I think you know. But all I'm seeing is, and again, FAPA, I am old enough to be, I have children older than you. Matter of fact, all except one.
All right. So, yeah, so Brian's basically saying he shouldn't have backed out, which I agree with. I mean, if you agree to do something and then you go out and you advertise it and make a big deal out of it and then wuss out, then that's what you are. So let me bump this up. And Chili wants to appear on here so that he can clear it up for Papa or Fat Pa or Butt Liquor or whatever the hell. And Chili shows up to the live stream, but what is so funny to watch this? He's such a worm. Should be here pretty
You're
close.
a coward. I don't even believe that.
Let's see. There he is. Here he comes.
Or so. Let's talk. Go ahead, Chili.
Okay, are we there? Okay, sorry about that. Let me put my microphone in real quick. So look, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Let me turn off my video on the backside here.
I like what Tony Phillips says. He's a good auditor, but that glitch is a major foul for transparency.
So let me explain something a little bit. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Exactly,
So
Linda.
here's the thing. I want to just go ahead and say that if you want to blame someone, you can blame me. I personally called First Amendment Protection Agency on the phone, personally called him and said, this is a huge mistake. Do not engage with these nasty, disgusting trolls. Frauditer Troll's got a rude awakening coming. I have a couple things I got to get done here first, but he has done some things where I can enter him into the legal realm. And so he's going to have to face me in court because he's a piece of shit. And when you engage, I give the analogy like this. Take your
let me
fist.
just stop you. Let's just stay away from all threatening legal action and
Oh, no,
ad
I'm gonna do it.
hominems. Let's just drill down. I'm pretty sick of that. So let's just drill
So
down
if you
with
take
the
your
facts.
fist, if you take your fist and you punch a troll, right? And this is the reason why I haven't taken legal action. It's like punching a bucket of slime. The slime may splat everywhere, but you pull your fist back and you got slime all over your hand. And so that's the thing with these trolls. It's just, they're just disgusting. So you want to stay away from them completely. And to me, First Amendment Protection Agency is one of these guys who is really climbing. He's won the crowd, like in Gladiator. He won the crowd. And so because the crowd has won, and the analogy I gave Brian earlier was this. Let's say, for example, you see this gigantic, huge slide, but there's little tiny razor blades all over it. And you say, I'm going to go down that slide. And Brian doesn't like this example, but this example I gave him. And then you climb the ladder to the slide and you get up to the top and there's a man of wisdom standing there. And he says, don't go down this slide. But the crowd down there is going, you said you were going to go down the slide. You said you were going to go down the slide. But the man of wisdom is standing there saying, if you go down the slide, this is going to tear you apart. It's going to rip up your whole backside. And that is what I was saying. That is what I was saying is you don't have to do something if it's going to hurt you because the crowd wants you to, because you said, I was supposed to have constitutional law scholar done in December. It's not done yet. Am I a horrible person? No, it just takes longer. It takes longer than I wanted it to take. So First Amendment Protection Agency, I was the one who advised him not to involve himself with trolls. And now look at our side over here. Now we're having this discussion. And this is what the trolls wanted. They wanted to create some disarray in our little group over here. You know, we can't even get people to agree to be in a group chat together. Can't have this person in, can't have we're all on the same side.
Watch this.
But we seem to, for some reason, want to fight one another instead of help one another and assist one another. And so I think that's where Brian, and I told Brian this already personally, I think that we should have heard from all sides. We should have heard all truths and not just the perspective that he didn't keep his word and that's the only truth. There's multiple other truths here, and that's
Chili, you did everything but answer the question. Where is it wrong to say that if you say you're going to do something, you do it?
Well, because the thing is that you don't have to do something because your ego's involved. And when you don't have to go down that razor blade slide because you told the crowd that you would, when you hear the voice,
that's apples and oranges, right? You're literally.
Is it ego, Chili? Is it ego, right? You gave your word. What's ego got to do with it? How did it become ego? When you gave your word, now you got to keep it. He don't get excuses.
Good point, Joe Cool. But wait. Let me bounce off that because I wasn't
done. I appreciate it. I don't do panels. Let me know. I'll come back when it's just you and I. I'll come back later on this chat. Joe, nice to see you, buddy. Love you. Good to see you.
Yes.
Easy.
Okay.
What a worm, right? What a worm. What a worm. You know, and Brian's, I mean, driving home. I'm not patting Brian on the back, but he's driving home a good solid point. You agree to do something. Not only did he agree to do to it, he advertised all over his channel that it was going to happen. And, you know, and that's up to him. His channel members can decide from there, but he's just basically calling him, a puss, and he should have done it. And yeah, he should have. I mean, he wouldn't have stood a chance because we know that, you know, Fraud or Troll runs a pretty good show when he does that kind of stuff. And he can generally keep things steered in the right direction. But, yeah, what a worm. Yeah. It's getting to the point where, I mean, when you look at Joe Cool there, the smile on his face is like cut off from that. You know, it's getting to the point where none of them really want anything to do with Chili. And I think, you know, Brian just trying to be Mr. Diplomat like he tries to do. You know, I think he hangs on a little too long. I think Eline and some of the others were pretty smart to distance themselves from Chili and try to stay as far away from him as possible because he's toxic. I mean, he's full of shit and he's toxic. Anyway, got that out of the way. I just wanted to point that out because that was a big deal the other night. The debate and the hoopla build up for it and all that. But I knew as soon as he said that he had people in the community steering him in the right direction, I knew it had to be Chili. So what a deal. All right. A few people roll in here. So let's see if it's still going. I had a link set up to, I was going to play that. Let me find something here real quick. And as far as Wrangler goes, of course, like I said, I don't need to cover much on that because Shiz stays on top of that. And, I was watching her live stream last night, and they're staying. I think in a few people, they had a guy named Harold or something like that in there yesterday or the day before. I lose track of it. The last live stream she did, that she had pretty well convinced that he was the information he had on Kaiser was not complete, and it looked like she was going to help him along with that information over in Discord. She always goes over to Discord when she's done on YouTube. Let's see here. Where? Okay. Yeah, so she's live now. Yeah, I was watching her earlier. So Kaiser has a court date for the 5th, which is a show cause hearing, which show cause hearings can be, they can be kind of fun sometimes. The time that I spent when I had to spend time in the courtroom as a bailiff, cutting my teeth with the department, I like the show cause hearings were good. Arraignments, not so much. Preliminary show cause, always pretty decent because that's when all the the evidence pretty much gets laid out. Now this show cause apparently is going to have something to do with his bond. Let me pop this. I'm not going to stay on it because I don't like doing that when somebody's running live unless I've told them in advance that I'm going to, unless it's one of our opposition, like doing it to the community or whatever you call it. But this is pretty good meme. They do a good job on their memes over there. They do a good job on all their intros and stuff. That's pretty solid. Let's see what they're up to.
Let's not become a belt because it is now. FaceTiming my Gaby daddy. She was literally like barking at the screen and licking his face and stuff. It was so cute.
That's cute.
It was adorable.
I love when they like figure out the TV for the first time and like then they're watching the TV and it can go.
So that's why I don't cover Kaiser, because this gets plenty of coverage over there. He does have a show cause. Hey, Pope Bill, how are you? And Donut, I saw you there. You just want to. Yeah. That Papa guy, you're right. The testosterone in me feels that way with a lot of these guys. You just want to grab them and peeky. Go Power Rangers, right? Yeah, it's pretty funny the way Chili tucked his tail and run. He didn't want to be on it. He didn't want to be on a panel. He just wanted to talk to Brian one-on-one. All right, so his show cause hearings on the 5th. I was, I don't know. I thought about it. I thought about maybe checking it out. I was spent most of the day today trying to help put a dog in foster, and that's not normally my job. I generally handled the food aspect of it, but I agreed to do a favor for somebody, and it took most of my damn day. Just stray dogs in this cold weather, man. It's rough. It's rough, especially when you come across one that's malnourished and had a rough go of it. This old girl looked like she had a litter of puppies sometime in the last 6 months. She's pretty run down anyway, but we got her a warm place for the night. That's all that matters for right now. Yeah, shove those sunglasses somewhere. Oh, exactly. Yeah. You know, the whole frauder thing, and I've kind of slowly, I mean, I'm still attached to it. Don't get me wrong, because I way too many videos. It's the whole reason I started doing this. I could easily duck back into one of the other communities that I followed for years, long before messing with this stuff, and just go about my business and so on and so forth. But I kind of enjoy doing the live stuff, and I want to get into other things now. It's really hard right now to get into anything and not drag politics into it. So it's tough because there's so much going on. But I promised myself I just wouldn't go there too much. But believe me, I'm having a hard time because I have some, there's some local, because it is trickle down. Politics trickles all the way down, but there's some local stuff that's going to get me reinterested and involved again. Now that it looks like we might be able to put the plate on the table again, I guess would be a way to put it. Stuff that was getting shot down before, maybe not get shot down so much. So, anyway, I'm going to pull up Broader Roundup's channel. And the reason I'm going to pull up his channel is, one, I like him. I like his content. I don't know if anybody gets over to watch him or not, but I'm going to promote his channel a little bit. And he did let's see, let's stop this one first. Get that guy off of there. Share that. And he did a video on J-Town. It's a pretty lengthy video. I may jump on it a little bit, but I'm gonna play just a little bit of it, just to get a little taste of Roundup's sense of humor and how he does his videos. I really like his stuff. And if you remember, Roundup came from, well, didn't come from, but he spent some time over at Kaiser's and fell for the Michael Kaiser bullshit stories. And once he learned the truth, then, he separated himself from it. And the other one was the dude from Australia, but I think he just kind of went and disappeared because he just seemed to have a lot of trouble getting his own thoughts in place. I think the last time I heard him, it was on the Veterans Day in Australia, and he was upset because he didn't know whether to put on his medals and his uniform and present himself or curl up in a corner and cry because Kaiser's a fraud. All right, let's see. I think I started this. Let's see. Where was it? Yeah, there we go. Lana Patrick.
Herself
but she ultimately gets trespassed from the building. Now, this video, it was very long. I cut the hell out of this thing. But they really delve into HIPAA here, and this is really very interesting if then you're kind of interested in how HIPAA works. So what do you say? Let's sit back and watch this one, and let's round us up a frauditor.
Hey, how you doing? Oh, wow. Very majestic. Oh, here we go. Lafayette. How you doing? Lafayette Parish Public Health Unit. It's been here since 2001. You got the different council members.
I forgot.
Office. This is the WIC office. You've got do not place children on counter. Hey. Interpretation services. Sexual. Stop. Please do not peek your packages down. Medicare. Huh? Hey. Huh? Okay. I'll be right back. No cell phone use is allowed at register. Wi-Fi. Oh, look at all back there. Oh, yeah. Look at all this confidential. Look at this little box right here that they have. Isn't it cute?
No, it is certainly not cute. And this is the worst part for me about watching one of Lana's videos, where she feigns astonishment at the smallest detail she sees on the wall. Now, I cut a lot out of this video. It was way too long. But she was successful at getting the attention of security when she walked in.
Huh. What's weird? Exercising rights. It's weird. Keep your Medicaid. Pat down. Don't miss medical Medicaid deadline. Employees only beyond this point. We will not go back there. Need help? Housing, employment, transportation, food. Huh.
Now, you notice the text here where she says she redacted the children. But she does remind you that filming children is not illegal. Well, you may not be able to get cited or prosecuted for filming children, but you can get your dumbass video taken down for violating YouTube's privacy policy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Just the public areas, ma'am. Yeah, I'm not going back there, so just staying on this side in the public areas where the law prescribes. Respect, confidence. Oh, it's in Spanish. I don't understand Spanish.
Okay, ma'am, you can't go past that counter if you don't have an appointment. Ma'am.
State Wi-Fi. Huh. Confidentiality. That makes it official. That puts you at ease. Huh. You can see here, we respect you. Please respect our staff. Is that true? No?
Ma'am, you have to walk back.
In the public areas, ma'am. In the public areas.
You cannot.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me, please. Okay, just the public areas, ma'am. To the window 2, waiting area. Follow footsteps. Oh, look, there's all kinds of public information here.
Ma'am, can you come with me, please?
As soon as I'm done with my business.
No, you have to.
You need to out.
Yes, right now.
Out of this
Yeah,
building.
just the public areas, ma'am.
Ma'am, it's not a public
And who are you?
because of HIPAA.
I can't violate HIPAA.
Yes, you are violating.
How am I violating HIPAA?
You are filming our patients.
That's not against the law.
Yes, it is against.
No, it's not.
Yes.
No, I'm very familiar. It's actually equipped with a HEPA filter, so I'm good.
She's just standing there filming.
I was actually looking at brochures, man, before you interrupted me.
Camera is faced towards me.
Well, yeah, because you're talking to me. I was actually looking at these brochures behind me.
Leave.
All right, as soon as I'm finished. In a public area, ma'am.
No, you're not.
Hey, please don't cause a disturbance.
No, you're causing a disturbance.
How?
Okay, I'm gonna call the cops.
Oh, sure.
I'm calling the cops.
No, ma'am, can you come see me?
Can you not touch me, please? That's against the law.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, don't touch me. Just the public
I
areas.
just asked.
Yeah, she grabbed my arm.
She did not.
Yeah, she did. It's on camera. Right. And that's actually illegal. It's called unwanted touching in Louisiana. It's actually called battery.
Yeah, it's battery if then you're a pussy.
Oh, absolutely.
Perspective
Turn it
too.
landscape mode. Landscape. You do it better with landscape. Landscape mode. She's allowed to take pictures. She's not violating HIPAA taking
This is a
pictures.
medical facility.
Yeah, a public medical facility.
These patients are
She's okay,
protected.
but she's okay. I mean, she's actually violating HIPAA. But she's actually what they call a holder of the records. So she's violating HIPAA by taking pictures and video. So that's actually breaking the law.
Did you just accuse this employee of violating HIPAA and breaking the law? I just got one thing to say to that. Bitch, please! Ladies and gents, you got some unruly young'uns at your house? Don't like to pay attention? And are you tired of getting blisters from spanking them so hard and so often? Well, now we got the electric spanker from Roundup Blue Laboratories. All those splinters are a thing of the past. It comes loaded with the latest technology with silicon chips, ball bearings, electric wires, the highest technology that gives you the most efficient spanking for those young'uns. So from now on, make sure that spanking hurts them more than it hurts you. Step up to an electric spanker from Roundup Blue Laboratories. Compromise elsewhere. Did you just say this young lady is violating HIPAA and breaking the law? Bitch, please. She's got her camera trained on you. Lord knows where your camera's pointed at. Got a lot of faces of people who are there for medical services. Nobody wants to be seen at a medical facility getting treatment. And some of these employees and even the officers that show up are going to explain that to her very well.
Go figure, huh? You guys don't understand the law.
Says a convicted criminal.
I'm not here for personal information.
Is that we cannot allow filming?
So your policy trumps the okay, but your policy trumps the Constitution and Louisiana state law. Okay, yeah. This is a public health facility, correct?
What's your name?
Is this a public health facility?
What's your name?
Oh, you didn't provide it to you. For, your name. Yeah. What's your name? You give me yours, I'll give you mine.
Just what right are you fighting for? Look, it's one thing to cop watch. It's another thing to spy on individuals, civilians, underprivileged, seeking medical assistance. That's just gross. Next time you're at the Rite Aid picking up your Pew Blast shampoo, I'm going to be there.
Yeah, and that's the whole point. That's where I'm going to stop, because that gets to the point I wanted to make. Is I not only did I come from cop watching, I did it for probably not personally, but on YouTube. I followed some of the early early people. And not maybe 9 months or something like that. But if it's done properly and you adhere to the rules set forth to you as a cop watcher, I got no problem with it. But this stuff that they do, this whole going to private businesses, whether it be dispensaries, banks, they like banks, dispensaries, post office, which is technically not really a government agency. DMVs, I don't know. I can't speak for other states. I know some states still run their own driver's license bureaus and stuff, but for the most part, it's privatized here. I mean, you take your initial test through a state agency, but then after that, it's contracted. I mean, it's people submit their bid to have a DMV, and it's privatized. As a matter of fact, when we renew our plates in this state, you have an option. If you do it online, you have an option to use any tag agency in the state you want. So I could pick if I had a friend that owned a tag agency in a town 200 miles away, as long as it's in the state, I could use their tag agency to get their cut, which is minimal, on the renewal. Donut just looked up. So should I look it up, Donut? Is it something I should look into for the hell of it? Let me see. The electric spanker. I don't know if I can look it up on. I know I won't be able to look it up on Google Chrome because that's what's messing my damn StreamYard up. Most evil mousetrap, cable thing. Yeah, I'll have to do it on Google. I don't have anything on mouse begging. Let's see. And let me close this one because I don't plan on doing any more. You guys, make sure you check old Brother Roundup out. He does a good job. He works pretty hard on his videos. He says no. No, that's like telling a kid to stay out of the cookie jar, right, bro? It's probably going to have something to do with porn, or would be my guess. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yep. They are. Yep. They do have spanking machines. The Spanker. Here's one on Etsy that doesn't have that curveball to it. Yeah, one must be careful what they type in when they Google, huh? Oh boy. Oh boy. I guess you could convert it to your kids. Oh no. Here's electric shock therapy. We could use that on a bunch of the products. Hey, Andrew. Welcome. Yeah, there's not many of us here. There's just a handful of us here, but that's all right. We're here. We are here. The Electric Spanker. Yes, sir. Yeah, we'll stay away from putting that up here. You would have to convert it. Let me look and see what's going on. Sorry. I'm sorry. I was quiet there for a minute. I was checking out to see what's going on the other live streams. So, we talked about Chili being a big pussy, and I think, yeah, I had Prodigy Trolls live stream pulled up for the debate. Let me look and see if I have the right timeline here. Let's see. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, it was a debate that wouldn't have gone anywhere anyway. Like I said, Troll would chew him up and spit him out, and he's just done too many of them. And Bob Pa's just, you know, like I said before, this whole thing's just gone in circles for 2 years. I mean, it's the same stuff over and over and over and over again. And what it's going to come down to is how local prosecutors, law enforcement, prosecutor, and the courts are going to handle or start handling some of this, because they have already brought the hammer down a lot more than it was 2 years ago, or 2.5, almost 3 years ago when I started this. They certainly are well aware that this situation happens. 3 years ago, nobody knew what the hell you were talking about when you talked about it. But at least now, 1 out of maybe 10 or 15 people, when you mention what they do, yeah, I've heard of those people. What idiots, da 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 da. They don't watch it like we watch it on here, but it looks like to me that when you look at the views that the Predator videos get, it's overall way higher than it was a couple years ago, but it's still only such a small percentage of what people watch on YouTube or TikTok or Rumble, which I've been looking into here a little bit. I think also been looking at, let's see here. Let me get off of this. I'm not going to. I don't want to play that. Is he live right now? Sorry. Which one you talking about, Andrew? Which video? The one about not doing the debate? Yeah, Donut, he's not. He got lucky. I don't know it for a fact. He did have Brother Troll said that he has not succeeded in any lawsuits, but I found the lawsuit where he actually won the case, and I believe there was a $25,000 settlement. Goes back a couple years, I think. A $25,000 settlement. I'd have to go back to Pacer. I believe it was. Remember if it was on Pacer or. But I got the indication what he did is he went and bought that Corvette because that made him cool, and now he's just trying to sustain some type of a financial legacy on YouTube. Oh, there's no such thing as a misbehaving puppy. What kind of puppy you have, Donut? I spent most of the day today trying to get a stray dog that was freezing her ass off into a foster home for the night. I drive a lot of miles for a dog. What have you got? Black lady. Her name is Lucy. Labs are interesting breed. They're very versatile. I've seen some grow up just squirrelier than hell. It's kind of like shepherds. You can, every now and then you get one that's just squirrelier than crap. A couple weeks ago, I had a little shepherd mixed female that I was going to try to foster. I have to be careful when I foster here because my dog just doesn't put up with any nonsense. And I'm almost 100% sure that this little female shepherd had been crossed with coyote somewhere within a generation or two. Coyotes have certain characteristics that stand out, and those characteristics will stay with them their entire life, but they really stand out when they're puppies. And this was a young female. She was maybe 6 to 9 months, maybe 9 months old. And when I first, got her and trying to get her to feel comfortable and not be so jittery, I started noticing those characteristics. And one of the things that coyotes do, tame coyotes or dogs that are crossed or have a coyote bloodline, they will touch with their teeth. They like to hold their mouth part way open, and it's almost like they feel you with their teeth, and they don't necessarily bite you, but if your hand's out there and then they kind of put their mouth, I've seen that so many times. And then one thing to watch is their natural gait. They have a gait about them that I don't see in any domesticated dogs ever. And unless they've been trained maybe to run a gait like that. But it's almost like speed walking is to a human. And coyotes have razor sharp teeth too. They do. But anyway, finally got her a place with some teenage kids that were going to roughhouse with her and stuff, which she liked, and that was good. But this little female today, she was pretty beat down, pretty rough, and it's awfully cold for a malnourished dog. And like I said, it looked like she had a litter of puppies sometime in the last 6 months or so. I don't think she had a fresh litter anywhere because she wasn't really producing milk. She was pretty well dried up, but because that's your first concern. Is there a litter of pups somewhere nearby? But I don't, I think somehow or another, she had been separated from that litter at some point. in the last couple months. Rough around the edges, just sad. Hard to do, man. All right. Anyway, are you really offering to find a home for your pup? Because I do have a network. I do have a connection of foster. What I do is I stay involved with the foster care people because they work behind the scenes, and the big rescues have made it so difficult to acquire a dog. They literally, it's almost like, I don't know, it's like you're having a medical procedure done or something. These questionnaires you have to fill out and all this, and then, the rehoming fees and all that. And here you have these people that are fostering dogs, trying to keep them out of those situations where they could be, euthanized. And oh yeah, well, you expect that out of a puppy, man. They are hell. But there's nothing better than raising a puppy. That's for sure. And I like labs. Always have. They're good dogs. Anyway, they work really hard at trying to keep these dogs from making it there, and so the network of foster homes is huge. I have found some I like really well, and the ones that I think really, really put forth good effort and do their best to find a home, what they call a forever home, for these dogs. It's a lot of work, and these people use it, it's their own time and their own money. So I have connections that I wear them out, I think, sometimes, but where they'll match dog food. For every 100 pounds I buy, they'll match 100 pounds, that kind of thing. And I try to take dog food to those foster homes that struggle. Oh yeah, Linda's got a stray cat that shows up for a meal every night. Anyway, it's one more natural disaster last year, and you probably would have seen, because it was close to the worst I've ever seen it as far as adoptions go or placements go. There were more dogs that suffered through the 2 hurricanes and the flood, 2 floods actually. And people say all the time, well, how does that affect you where you live? Well, it does. It's the dogs, doesn't take very long, and you're getting these dogs out there trying to find the original owner. And if you have a dog, chip it. If you've got a pup, take it down, have the chip put in. It doesn't cost that much. It's well worth it, because the first thing we do is get a chip reader. And then, if there's no identifying, you can't find the owner, then it's just about trying to make the best life possible for that dog. And some of them will, I've taken dogs several hundred miles to good fosters, and vice versa. Brought some back. But anyway, it came real close to being it was not a good year for it. It came real close to almost being a disaster. There were so many dogs. If you got patience and you want a good dog, and you don't necessarily want to go through the puppyhood stuff, if you have, the patience for it, go out and check them out. Check out some foster. Yeah, they usually advertise on like Craigslist and things like that. They don't have a whole lot of money, so they're just trying to get the word out there that they're temporarily fostering a dog, and check them out, because you might stumble across it. It's really funny. You'll talk to somebody and they say, yeah, I've looked at 8-10 dogs, just and then all of a sudden they're like, this is it. They just hit it off, and there's a connection there, and it's fun to watch. And it's unique, kind of, because dogs, to watch a dog react differently to one person than they have, say, 15 other people, it's a fun thing to watch. But do get your puppy chipped, though. That's the most important thing, because anymore, that's the very first thing that happens, is a chip reader. And I might, with my channel, talking about some of the different things I'm going to do. And I've got another channel, but I'd have to wait until it got enough subs and stuff to be able to live stream. So I'd probably just do it here. And I may just start doing some live streams on exactly that. Foster dogs. I don't think people realize just how many people are doing this. I'm not talking hundreds, I'm talking thousands and thousands of foster caregivers out there for stray dogs. Let's see. And I've thought about getting another younger dog in here, because my female, she's 11 now, and her mom and dad, neither one of them made it to 12 years old. His hips went out on him, and the cancer ate her up. She got some cancer going, and it took over, and it devastated her in a very short period of time. Matter of fact, I had planned on putting down my male, and knew that time was come, and had, time to think about it and plan it and so on and so forth. And I ended up having to put her down before him, just because the cancer took over so bad. So bad. Let's see what we got here. DP's at the dentist, but I'm going to play, if you guys didn't catch it, he made himself a new intro for his channel. And that's right, Andrew, F Cancer. There's a link to F Cancer on my community tab. If you ever got $5 you want to donate or something, it's interesting organization, their approach to it. Anyway, let's look at he doesn't like watching himself, so since he's not here, he's probably if he's on chat, he's probably chatting over at Shiz's channel. So let's see. He was over there earlier, and we'll do this while he's not here. This is his new intro to his channel.
Patrol! He's coming for all your holes. Stick Bag Patrol! He's got total hole control. Stick Bag Patrol! The best you've ever had. Stick Bag Patrol! He'll bang your mom and then your dad. Stick Bag Patrol! Spread them wide, it's time to start the show. Spread them wide, it's time to start the show. Take back patrol, the best you ever had. Take back patrol, he'll bang your mom and then your dad. Take back patrol, spread them wide, it's time to start the show. Take back patrol. Take the patrol.
I'd buy that for $1.
Take back patrol. Oh my God!
Bitches leave. Bitches leave. Bitches leave.
What timing?
I know when they come into a room.
Yeah, what timing?
You're just randomly playing that? That's funny.
I said, well, you generally don't like me to play your stuff when you're not here, so I'm gonna play it while you're not here. And no sooner does it start and you pop up.
Did you see the new Kimmy video?
The new what video?
The new Wrangler short I put out with Kimmy?
No. When did that come up?
Man.
Well, I don't get notifications anymore from
you're
your
not
channel.
reading the newsletter, buddy. Yeah, it's I came out yesterday.
Under
shorts.
In your shorts. There we go. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew, it was kind of like the bat signal. My intro is summoned me.
Well,
my ears were a little warm. To be honest.
All right.
Of course,
Well, let's see what it's all about.
Of course, I have heated earmuffs.
All I can do is live my life. Try to be a better man when I go to bed than I was when I woke up. Treat and love and respect Kimmy Dawn for the absolute angel and the absolute blessing that she is.
When you go to jail, I'll miss you, but probably not for long. I mean, life is short, I got things to do, I gotta keep moving on.
And to never let an opportunity go by, just like telling her I love her every chance I get.
You can't get mad at me for ditching your ass while you're taking it up yours. So I'll be out trying to find a new man while yours has you on all fours. Looks like it's time for me to send my news to you two dudes again. Yeah, I'm gonna send my news to you two dudes. Find myself a brand new man.
I love Kimmy Dawn, and I never get tired of saying it.
I'm sorry, Wrangler. It was fun for a while being the fake wife of a big-time YouTube personality and all, and helping being in charge of a cult sure was exciting.
But now that I've had a taste of the good life, I'm afraid I've just gotta find a replacement for you. And I know just how to do it the same way I got you, Wrangler. Shout out to hairy nipple pics and them. Looks like it's time for me to send my nudes to you two dudes again. Yeah, I'm gonna send my nudes to you two dudes. Find myself a brand new man.
That's right. Check your inboxes, boys. You might just get a hairy surprise.
Oh,
I know
God.
I know Ram's excited.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, Kai. No, he hasn't said anything about it yet. They haven't tried to privacy strike it or anything yet. I don't know if they can, being that I checked off the AI box this time.
Yes, that makes a difference.
Yeah, well, the other video is going back up too.
Right.
But I don't know. Wrangler, every time he says if anybody comes at Kimmy, they're gonna have to go through me or whatever.
Right.
Where are you, buddy? Of course, like all my videos, everything in there is accurate. Exaggerated, but accurate.
That's what parody's all about, right?
Yeah. I think we might have to do a big party live stream on Friday. I'm toying around with it.
Friday.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I don't know.
What's going on Friday?
I'm gonna let up all my up aggression out on these fucking.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe there was something to coincide with.
No, it's just all coming to a head with Kaiser's court date, and I just want to remind everybody that all these chowderheads like Kfar and Frauditor, whatever his goddamn name is, Will, and Generally Specific, and all these little ball washers and cucks, we're on the wrong side of the fence or straddling it.
Yeah, I played the little bit where Chili went stomping off of Here's the Deal channel.
Oh yeah. Somebody asked about that. Yeah, Andrew, I think. Yeah, I did see it somewhere earlier. I think Blackheart Night actually had a little video on it. It was pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's just a bitch. We know this.
Yep.
Doesn't like to be disagreed with. He's all for freedom of speech that's the whole story with all of them. And in FAPA, yeah, what a jag-off that guy is.
Yeah, when I was watching Predator Trolls channel that night waiting for this, debate, and when he did say that, he said that he thanked the people in the community that were protecting him and advised him not to go on. I said to myself, Chili, that's Chili. I mean, Chili got a hold of him and told him not to do it.
Yeah.
Here's the Deal's credit. He's like saying, dude, you should have, you fucked up.
Yeah. You look like a bitch.
You look like a bitch. Yeah. And
the reason you look like a bitch is because you're a bitch.
You're a bitch. And Chili's like, oh no, I don't do panels. I'll talk to you. Yeah.
La dee da. That was so funny. Yeah, Blackheart. Yeah, he had some pretty good commentary on that. If only I could remember it, but it was good. Yeah, everybody go watch Blackheart's video. Yeah, it was not surprising, but yeah, his point, Blackheart's main point was, yeah, Chili should have said, yeah, oh, that was my bad. I told him he should have owned up to it, but no, he made it about something totally else. And, it's never his fault, never any victims, blah, 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 blah.
Yes, Linda, that is her.
It's the same old story, same old song and dance. Yes.
Right.
The dentist was fun.
No, I bet. I went through the same shit this week myself.
We could preview my other new little Kaiser short, I guess, if you want.
$75,000.
Very short. 75,000?
That's what they told me.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds about right, actually.
That's to get all the implants done and stuff. I'm just not going to do it. Not if I was 40 years old. You know, even 50 years old, I might think about it, but you know, it's just a ridiculous amount of money to put in. You know, health insurance companies don't consider it, you know, part of your body.
Yeah.
And dental insurance only covers, you know, maybe extractions or cavities and stuff. So, you know, it's just ridiculous. It's insane.
It is absolutely ridiculous.
But when you have an abscessed tooth, you don't have a whole lot of choices. It's not something you want to live with. But it's done, and the infection's gone, and I'm still a little funky mouth, but that's all right.
Oh, good. We're going to call you Funky Mouth from now on.
Funky Mouth.
You can play this one, I guess. I haven't uploaded this one yet, but if you want to share the one I uploaded, it's pretty funny.
Here we go. Say that Dumbwaiter were to get in a sparring match with Generally Specific. I believe in my heart, Generally Specific would hand Chrissy his fat ass.
I thought my jokes were bad.
I have absolutely zero doubt.
You were serious about that?
It's a real short. But yeah, he said that I was listening to it driving home and I had to pull over because I was laughing so hard. You got to be fucking kidding me. Are you speaking?
Yeah, I'm typing. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, just, you know, I don't know if Chris is much of a fighter, but just the physics of it. I don't think that would be happening. I mean, I've known short dudes that I wouldn't screw with, but Todd is not.
Down.
All right. Well, at least you got it in low quality. That's good. I appreciate that they labeled it low quality too.
Right, and I wanted to grab one that wasn't like one that somebody's played with and messed with already. Not as likely to get copyright struck.
Yeah, the fish will protect you, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's a little known YouTube loophole. If you put a fish in your video, it can't be copyright struck. It's weird. But it's true.
The walleye effect.
That's exactly it. The walleye clause. You got it.
Linda says she used to love dancing that song back in the 80s. Yeah.
Have you ever seen? Let me see if I can find. You might get copyright struck for this, but I don't care because it's not my show. Hold on, let me see if I can find this. If you've never seen this movie, by the way,
I'm sure I haven't.
It's The Kids in the Hall. You guys know The Kids in the Hall. They made a movie called Brain Candy, which didn't do too good, and they were kind of hot and cold on it themselves. But how do I just share a YouTube link here? I got to share the screen, I guess.
You don't have to. I mean, I've got Kids in the Hall Brain Candy pulled up.
Yeah, well, get you got to search for Kids in the Hall Brain Candy Funky Town.
Okay.
And since we don't have anything else to talk about, I'll just the plot is basically it's about a scientist who works for a pharmaceutical company who invents this depression pill, which is great, except for that what it does is it locates your happiest memory, and then it keeps stimulating your happiest memory, and then some people eventually kind of get caught in these comas of their happiest memory. So that's background for what we're gonna watch here. If you found it, did you find it, Ram?
There's a bunch of them here. Yeah, I found it.
It came up pretty quickly when I found it.
5 or 6 different versions. Let me see what.
So this woman is one of the coma patients.
Okay, that one's on the short. Let's do this one here. Yeah, I don't know if I'll get away with this.
Sure you will.
Yeah. It says, yeah, I don't think I get away with the whole thing. We'll see. It's not, this is
There's one that's 47 seconds.
Yeah, I got it. 48. I got it.
All right. Live dangerously, my man.
Didn't say I wasn't going to do it. All I said was, I don't know if I'll get away with it.
Now, you know, Chris, it might be very easy here to take the narrow view and say, you know, oh my God, more coma victims. Oh, how terrible, blah, 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 blah. You know, Chris, I still think that's the narrow view, you know, because they're stuck in their happiest. And, you know, Chris, in a situation like this, I think we should rely on my experience. Because, you know, Chris,
Anyway.
stomach.
Is that you, Linda? Was it your happiest memory? It's a pretty funny movie. It's definitely worth a watch.
Yeah. Yeah, they got all different.
It pokes fun at the pharmaceutical industry.
Right.
Too.
Worms and ex-girlfriends.
Oh, my God. Oh, God. Oh my God. Yeah, that movie's up my alley. I mean, I think they weren't entirely happy with how it came out, but
this is up your alley.
It's good stuff. Oh God, this is Bruce McCall.
Yeah, I've invented a pill that gives worms to ex-girlfriends.
Right, and what's positive about that?
Well, it's a pill that gives worms to ex-girlfriends.
Well, could it also give worms to ex-boyfriends?
This is a drug for the world to give worms to ex-girlfriends.
Well, great. Thanks for stopping by.
You just don't get it here.
This is a pill. Gives worms to ex-girlfriends. Oh my God. Good stuff. They did a reboot of the series recently. They did another season. It's pretty good, actually. Surprisingly.
Kids in the Hall?
Yeah.
Huh. Really?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty solid.
Who would do something like that? Netflix or somebody?
Yeah, it was either Netflix or Amazon or one of those mega streaming services. By the way, the what's his name? Michael. Is it Michael McDonald? I think his name. No, wait.
From Doobie Brother?
No. God damn it! I can't remember anything anymore. The other actor, the guy who was playing the pharmaceutical executive. You know, Chris. I think we're taking the narrow view here. He's doing he was on The Kids in the Hall were discovered or promoted, signed to the Brillstein agency and kind of developed under Lorne Michaels. So that guy is imitating Lorne Michaels.
Right.
With that character, which is more or less what Michael Myers was doing with Dr. Evil as well. This Lorne Michaels impression, but yeah, they're all really, really funny. They're far funnier than Saturday Night Live ever was, in my opinion. I would watch The Kids in the Hall any day over Saturday Night Live. Come get you. You have to be there.
That's right.
And people still get killed on train tracks.
So this, where is it here?
Yeah, what got into you to
I
play
mean,
that nightmare?
well, that's not the one. I was looking for the one, the elephant. It was the wrong one.
Oh my God. Just why?
Because the elephant wins.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's yeah. That would have been better than. Oh man.
Where is God dang it. Oh, there we go. So
I mean, it happens, you just can't avoid it, but I didn't really ever plan on.
yeah, I wouldn't have let that go as long as it did, but I got up and stepped around the corner and I heard you screaming. Hold on a second here. Where is
It's fairly unpleasant. I'm kind of shocked YouTube. I mean,
trying to find
they're
where's
so weird about everything else. I'm shocked that they would allow that. I'd rather watch people get beat up than animals get hurt.
Absolutely.
Any day of the week, they should allow that before they allow animal violence.
Oh yeah, okay, here it is.
It's not going to make me angry, is it?
No. This is inanimate objects. Well, except for the operator of the semi.
So, not unlike the frauditors we watch in other videos.
Oh shit, the fucking train just came down on the blade. Oh my God. 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 Oh shit. Oh my God. Oh my God.
So that was a windmill. They were transporting a windmill arm out to a windmill to replace the blade. And they had made several passes through there before, but this driver didn't make a wide enough cut. And if you noticed, he started to bail out of there and was going to get away. So what in the hell was he waiting on? Anyway, they show another. Yeah, when they say don't stop on railroad tracks, don't stop on railroad tracks. Just don't hesitate. Even though he did some damage to the cross arm and stuff, so what?
You can't tell me what to do.
Yeah, you can't tell me. Well, that's right. I'm a truck driver. Where was that? And that's how I found the elephant thing.
Well, it was more. That wasn't geared at. That wasn't a truck driver slam on my part. This is what happens when I miss the Monday morning meetings.
Yes, they were showing. Let's see. Just to give you an idea of the magnitude of these damn things.
The magnitude of what? Elephants?
Windmill blades. I see it fairly regular because, well, they're dismantling a bunch of them now because they're rusting out. But I've seen them moved around this state many a time. But check out the overall size, just how big this blade is.
That's not real. That's AI.
You want to bet
What about what?
that that's not a real blade?
Oh, I was joking, man. I said it's AI. That's pretty.
Look at the size of that. That's just crazy. That's just crazy how big they are.
I'm impressed with the driver.
Yeah, and that's the right kind of equipment too. You got rear steering on that trailer. They're more set up for moving it than that idiot that got hung up on the railroad tracks.
Well, it indicated it was in Scotland.
Yeah, this is Scottish. He said a train hit a fire truck, and the truck was responding. Yeah, that would suck. That would suck.
Man, I see near misses like on a daily basis. It's crazy.
Yeah, because
not stuff like that, just dumbass drivers. But
right,
I mean,
don't they have a lot of those small crossings in town down there where they do what? Yeah, like where they just have a couple of arms come down. People try to cheat them all the time.
What are you talking about? Train tracks?
Train tracks, yeah.
I would, if I just had to guess, I would imagine a lot of people, a majority of people that get killed in train tracks would probably be from California, just because it's populous and there are still a lot of those type of crossings, and everybody here drives like, there was a comedian, shit, now I forget his name. Really funny guy though. I'll remember it eventually. He had a joke. Drew Hastings. Yeah, Drew Hastings. That was him. He he said, "Is it my imagination, or does everybody in LA drive like they're trying to lose somebody? Like everybody out here is the most important driver on the road, basically, and it's nerve-wracking." You got to really pay attention when you're driving out here. You got to like some chili on the road and multiply that level of, self-absorption by, 10 million.
We've got most of our older crossings have all been equipped with the new arms that come down. There's no way you can go in between them with a car. You might be able to with like a little Renault or something, or one of those little mini cars, but they've got those things designed now where you can't drive.
I can honestly say I've done some foolish things in my life, but it has never entered my mind to like go across a railroad track when the thing's down.
Yeah, me neither.
That is sort of like the most basic level of rule to obey. You know what I mean?
I believe this story here is the one that Andrew was talking about. Let me know, Andrew.
Oh, wow.
Getting this into the newsroom here, and I'll read a little bit from Fox 35 Orlando for details about this crash. The video ends right before impact, so we're just going to loop this here, but you see exactly how this thing unfolded and where it hit the fire truck. Again, Fox 35 saying the crash happened shortly before 11 a.m.
God almighty.
Railroad Avenues, according to the Delray Beach Fire
That's
Rescue
moving too. That freight train's hauling
According to the
ass.
city of Delray, the three hospital in stable condition, and the 12 passengers were transported with as minor injuries. Circumstances of how the fire rescue truck and the train collided with one another remains under investigation, officials said. Again, 3 firefighters and 12 passengers were hurt early Saturday morning after a Brightline passenger train crashed into a fire truck.
That's why it's going so
in
fast.
Delray
It's a
Beach,
passenger train.
Florida. Brightline saying on social media.
That's crazy. That's why it was moving so fast, because I know here we have freight train speeds. They can't do over 35 miles an hour in certain areas.
Dude, the wife is a big Unsolved Mysteries fan, and one of the sort of classic, most well-known episodes from the 80s, we've watched it multiple times, involved some kids. It may have been in Florida. It was somewhere in the South, but basically they were teenage boys. They went out with their BB guns or something like that on a Friday night. You know, just they were good kids. You know, just normal teenagers, and they ended up getting run over by a train. They were laying just flat out cold across the tracks, and the poor train driver didn't see them in time, and he's laying on the horn, and they wouldn't move at all, and he hit them, you know. And that poor guy, man, listening to him recount that, just
imagine.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was tragic. It ended up they were probably like, because they weren't, you know, they said they had marijuana in their blood or something like that, but they weren't known pot users.
I know what case you're talking about, because there's also a conspiracy theory that it had to do with local. I know which one you're talking about now.
Local law enforcement.
Yeah, that was a cover up.
Oh, dude, have you ever heard of the West Memphis 3?
Yes. Yeah.
We did a few benefits for them at the Improv. They were I mean, they got railroaded too. I mean, that can happen, especially those small southern towns. That's why, like, I know this JJ Scarborough character. I know the exact environment he's operating in, man, because those cops, Southern cops, the good old boy types, won't admit they're wrong for nothing. They will never go back, even when the like new DNA evidence gets introduced, and like everything they said sort of systematically gets proven to be total bullshit. Kind of like somebody we know. Right, but it's so.
Yeah, that's I know which case you're talking about now. That is
yeah, but that's gotta fuck you up for the rest of your life, man.
Oh, it'd have to.
I mean, sheesh.
Oh, come on, man. I mean,
yeah, I just right. That's what I predominantly remember from the episode, is just like that guy was like, you know, he wasn't crying on camera or anything, but you could, you know, because those people that they had on the show weren't actors, you know what I mean?
Right.
Most of the time they're awkward as shit. You know, there's just some random citizen. But you could tell it was genuine. That guy was really, I mean, as you would be. I mean, jeez. You know?
Absolutely.
Anyway. But the good news is that at least the West Memphis 3 got exonerated a few years back, so.
Well, the nice thing about technology and being able to use it and for it to work out the way it's supposed to is always nice.
Yeah, that was kind of a nice, I mean, a lot of not major celebrities, some pretty big names threw down for it. So it was good. We did one show at the Improv with Tenacious D, with Jack Black and Kyle. It was pretty good. It was one of the best shows I've ever. Bob Odenkirk came up and did some crazy stuff. It was Patton Oswalt. It was a pretty good show.
Yeah, if I were going to have a benefit, that would be somebody that I would love to have on the marquee.
Yeah, it was
Jack Black.
It was a good show. The people that did the Paradise Lost documentaries about it were there as well. Yeah, it was good. Good times.
So when was that? When was the one kid was exonerated? What?
Yeah,
like 15 years ago, right?
Damien Eccles. Yeah, that sounds about right. But yeah, you know me and time and dates. Sometimes they escape me.
Well, the one with Terry Hobbs was the one that may be a different story then.
Well, I know the father, one of the kids, Byers.
Yeah, Mark Byers.
Yeah, he died like last year or the year before.
I got you. Oh, okay. So it's
But
the same case.
he was telling all sorts of crazy tales, and apparently he was like a snitch for the cops. But that guy was not very bright to start with, and he seemed to have a lot of confusion in his life.
What was the final consensus on the cover up from the other side?
Oh, the cops?
Yeah.
Oh, well, nothing will happen to him.
Right.
I mean, I don't think that they, as far as I know, I could be wrong, but I didn't ever hear about them suing the department or anything like that. I think they were all just happy to be out.
Get it done.
You know what I mean? But yeah, they could have sued their balls off. Maybe they did. I don't know. Maybe they got some kind of payout. I really
spent 30 years in prison.
Yeah, man. They got locked up. If you don't know anything about the case, essentially, some like 3 really young boys, 3 or 4 of them, or maybe it was just 2. I don't remember actually. But at any rate, they were lured out. It looks like lured out into the middle of the woods and then brutally murdered. And they picked up these 3 kids because they were the kids around town that wore Metallica t-shirts, and like had long hair. And so this was during the big period of satanic panic stuff, and also, it's just this, like I said, the South. So that's just the way they did shit, pick up the creepy kids and blame it on them. And one of them, one of the kids was of kind of limited intelligence. So the cops really leaned on him and got a false confession out of him, because he just wanted to go home. That old story. And yeah, they just ginned up the charges and put them away. And eventually, luckily, it sort of gathered some media attention enough for some serious people who were willing to go the distance to get involved. And they did. So well done. Kind of like a certain lady we know around these parts.
A lot of correlations there.
Yep. Interesting, right?
Yep.
But yeah.
So, let's see.
Anything else, or
no, not really.
Can I haven't.
It's one of the most industrialized places on the Italian peninsula. As such, wind energy is in pretty high demand. On February 7th of 2017, Italian drivers slammed on the brakes when they saw a wind turbine spinning out of control. The wind was blowing extremely fast that day, apparently too fast for this turbine to keep up. Clearly, nobody wanted to risk driving underneath.
Check, please. Yeah, that guy said, "Fuck that."
Yeah.
I mean, there's no point in turning around now, though. I mean,
yeah,
it's
damage
over
is
with.
done. You hear about I mean, just about everything there is that goes wrong with those damn things. Nothing is easy. I mean, those fires. I don't even know. I guess they just wet the ground down below because there's nothing really you can do because the fire is always up at the motor at the top. But
I mean, they make sense. It makes sense to try and harness a natural resource, right? But I guess the failures in the designs here.
That and the cost factor. I mean, when you look at what it costs overall, now that they've experimented with it for 25 years, and the amount of money that's spent to maintain them, there's windmills that are only a dozen years old that are dilapidated. I mean, they don't work.
Right. I was
And
just saying, imagine money wasn't like a factor,
then
you know,
it'd be
necessarily.
that'd be a fine thing. It just,
Right.
you know, the only problem, what people don't like their appearance, and that doesn't bother me. I could care less, but you know,
Yeah, as opposed to the 8 million billboards littering.
absolutely, and advertising just probably, if not worse, you know.
Yeah, so the design seems to
But
be a huge problem.
But from an investment point of view, if I told you that, you know, that I was going to give you a return on your money as soon as they could make a return on your money and you never got a return on your money, you would want to invest in it.
That's funny because the second season of Tulsa King with Stallone, it was okay, but part of the plot was that he was gonna muscle some guy out of. They're gonna use wind. They were buying an old wind farm to power their pot growing operation,
right?
And they made it seem like it was a real, you know, good idea. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know jack shit.
And you know, and when you look at the grow rooms or the grow buildings that we have built around here, I don't see where any of that's feasible. It's just not, you know.
It's probably just something one of the writers heard and pitched, you know.
Right. I mean, you know, there's a dispensary and, oh, look, there's a windmill. Oh, what do you have to grow weed? You have to have moving air all the time. You know, you don't have to, but you get better plants when you have moving air, you know. And it does keep down disease and so on and so forth. But, you know, it just doesn't take that much. You could almost, the amount of air that needs to be run could be done on low voltage or excess voltage as far as that goes. You can probably, I don't even know, you can probably get it off of Amazon or anywhere else. I don't even know what they call them. It's like a dead end circuit plug. You plug it into the end of your circuits in your house, and it tells you whether or not you've got wasted electricity being lost. And just about every house built has that. And if there was a way to harness, like if you turn a light on in one room, the amount of electricity to flow through to get to that room and then beyond, because once it's there, it's gone. I mean, you've already used it. The meter's already pulled it, meaning there is more efficiency that can take place when it comes to electricity.
Well, again, the financial side of all this is where problems come into it, because people aren't doing it for any kind of altruistic reason or any way. Like,
no, and when you're talking about taxpayers' dollars, people pay attention when you start spending money on shit like that.
There's a reason why Tesla, Nikola Tesla, I mean the actual guy, you know, who's the other asshole? Edison. He railroaded him, took all his shit, never paid him. He could have provided. He was developing all these. Just like it was like he was tapped into something from another dimension or something. Like the guy was legitimately, unique. And you know, he didn't want to charge people money for his stuff. You know, he was just literally, his goal was to try and create, you know, better world, better society, you know, more equal playing field. And you can't have that. You know, it's all about the entrepreneur side of it.
I think his Edison decided to go with not closed circuit, but
alternating.
Yeah, alternating.
Yeah.
And we'd have been better off to go the other way in
Yep.
the long run because it was way more efficient.
And do you know what that son of a bitch did to dissuade everybody from using direct current?
Well, he lied like everybody.
No.
does.
Speaking of elephants, he fucking electrocuted an elephant.
Oh, yeah, I remember
direct
that.
current. And there's
Right.
video, there's film of it. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, I remember that.
He was a shitbag.
Yep.
But he's the one that everybody calls it. You know, that's just, I don't know what it is with people. Half the time I feel like I live in upside down land.
Yeah, because, you know, even in just basic education, you don't learn that much about Tesla. You know, you don't
learn anything.
You
you know how I discovered who he was? The rock band Tesla. I was like, what the fuck is Tesla? Is it just some kind of word? And then
the hairband Tesla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, they were great, man.
Yeah.
They were actually
Yeah. They're still around, buddy. They played at Rocklahoma last year.
They were ass kickers. They were great. But yeah, Edison was a sack of shit, but he's the one that, you know, he's the winner, so he gets in the history books.
He did at that.
Tesla died penniless in an apartment in New York, feeding pigeons.
You believe he was
Happy New
happy
Year,
or
everybody.
Unhappy.
Huh?
You believe he died happy or unhappy?
I would imagine he had to be somewhat dispirited. I mean, he was like I said, he was a legitimate genius, you know, but he had ideas that the big boys didn't like. And so he could not be allowed to succeed. That's how that shit happens.
Still got that damn Funky Town in my brain.
Yeah,
here's the interesting. Oh, I think that was lightning. I don't remember. Let's see what this is. I believe this one was lightning. When they catch too.
Yeah, well, shit's gonna get struck by lightning. You can't get away with that. Don't they have
Right.
Don't they have taller structures around to attract the
The
lightning?
lightning bolt struck the gearbox, setting the whole turbine on fire. The flames spread as the rotors kept spinning. The locals could only watch as the turbine slowly disintegrated. The Crowell Volunteer Fire Department showed up moments later, but the blaze was too much to handle. The fire chief said his crew would be fighting a losing battle. There were 800 gallons of oil in the gearbox and another 1,300 gallons in the ground-level transformer. That's why the smoke appeared thick and black. The fire department wasn't equipped to handle something like that. All they could do was wait and prevent the fire from spreading. Thankfully, the flames only impacted one turbine across the entire 31,000-acre renewable energy complex.
Interesting. Anyway. Yeah, they do. They what happens with the ones that I have seen around here is the gearbox up top catches fire, and then once it does, then all that you see those plumes of black smoke, and you can almost go. There's another windmill. You can almost tell, you know. So it, you know. But I imagine it could make its way down to the tank below. I mean, that's a lot of oil. Those things, they're so big. You just don't imagine.
So you have to weigh against the water you're going to waste versus how long it's going to keep.
Yeah, now that was in California. Of course, they had a lot to worry about there because it started a fire down below, you know. But there's a lot of places where, you know, in the Midwest, that wouldn't be an issue. And of course, we still do controlled burns here. So with our vegetation, I don't think is as dense as the problems they have out west.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was some interesting stuff I was watching. Doesn't have anything to do with anything except I'm interested in seeing them resolve this problem. because you just can't keep dumping that much money into a windmill that's supposed to be a resource, inexpensive resource, renewable energy, they call it, so, but if it costs, that much money, God, and you don't realize how big those things are till you're standing like next to a gearbox.
I think everything should be potato powered.
Potato powered. We tried that in Ireland. That didn't work.
I'm talking big potatoes.
Big potatoes.
Like you could plug your TV into it.
Let's see what's this
and
one.
your fridge.
Through the countryside, a local stumbled upon a flaming turbine in the distance. While they missed the moment it burst into flames, they recorded the fire's destructive power.
Well, that turbine's not going to give up, is it? One more revolution. No.
Damn.
Lightning strikes are the #1 cause of wind turbine fires, but it doesn't look like there was a storm cloud in sight. So this turbine likely caught fire due to electrical malfunction or human error. According to Fire Trace International, a company specializing in fire suppression systems, turbines risk catching fire toward the end of their lifespan. The old electrical components and wiring can easily malfunction. The location also plays a factor. The turbines in warmer and drier climates deteriorate quicker. Today, the average turbine fire can cost between $7 and $8 million in total losses. If you want to see another video just like this one, then be sure to click the link on screen.
That's the big argument against the whole thing. Now, and look, I remember in the Carter administration, if I were to do solar and wind power on the land I had, I'd get all sorts of tax breaks and stuff, which have been great. And that's when they were first starting to look at, wind as a renewable or reusable form of electricity.
Right.
And solar panels were a huge deal back then. They were extremely expensive. Solar homes, passive solar homes, 6 degrees off southwest, that whole thing. Trom walls in your house to absorb heat in the winter. I mean, from the sun, and all that stuff was all a tax break. And
Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter installed solar panels on the roof of the White House.
Right. And
Reagan took them off.
Right.
But
so
he was into it. Yeah.
But he was one that really kind of started the interest in it. But anyway, when I looked at it at that time, just to put, okay, if I wanted to do an individual windmill just for me, you have to have storage batteries. When batteries alone would have been $100,000.
Yeah. Batteries are a problem. Huge problem.
Right. So, but now that they've had this time to work out the kinks and they know what to expect from the finished product, and you have a product that's been, a lot of these windmills aren't more than 10 years old, and you're having that kind of an expense to keep them up and going. I mean, it comes, you have to sit down and look at the bottom line at some point. And that's the problem. The bottom line just doesn't work out.
You ever get the feeling we're just a bunch of monkeys playing with dynamite?
That's what we are. Just a bunch of monkeys playing with dynamite. Somebody's watching us from somewhere, right?
Maybe. Hope you're enjoying yourselves, assholes.
Oh, God. And
well, if they could harness whatever's powering those UFOs they got at Area 51, we'd be in business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no telling what's going on there.
Humans will fuck it up no matter what it is.
Of course it will.
Because our motivations are just all completely out of whack.
wait till it just comes down to surviving.
Oh, that's coming, my friend.
Yeah. So it'd be a whole different ball game then.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Andrew had to postpone his trip to LA.
Yeah, on account of the fires, I imagine.
How's it doing out there? Finally starting to get everything down to I know they were still having spotties.
Well, it's a manageable enough level that they've pretty much stopped talking about it in the media.
Right.
It's like the drones. What happened with that?
Yeah, no shit.
Then the fires. Well, I guess
everybody started admitting that they had we had drones flying over here for 6 months. Why is everybody making a big deal out of it?
You know what I am seeing a lot of is ads on every goddamn YouTube video I watch saying if you have soot on your property or if you have you may be entitled to
a class action.
It's money. I don't know. It's some
right. A settlement, right? Yeah.
Some fucking opportunistic.
Somebody files a class action lawsuit, and if you want to get involved in it, I got one.
Maybe. Who knows?
Use Johnson's baby powder or some shit like that. You'll get a settlement of 23 cents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Put solar panels on my house that doesn't exist on the lake property I sold 2 years ago. So I burst into fake tears to tell them my house burned down and your cat died. Yeah. So what you're saying is you figured out a way to keep them from calling you back, huh, Linda?
It's kind of sick, Linda.
Well,
I think I like you even more now.
Yeah, no kidding. The way I got with the little group of dentais that kept coming to my door every day.
Yeah.
Just answer the door naked and say, man, I was in the shower. What do you want?
Dear God.
That's exactly what they said.
This man does not represent me.
We want to bring God into your life.
We'll start here, baby.
Yeah, right here. Here you are. Yep. In the nude.
Oh my God.
So
it's horrifying.
So I started out by showing Pawpaw and Chili, so I can close that.
Yeah. Is that even? I mean, yeah. I'm sure Chili's thinking it's a grooming situation.
Well, I had him where he went on. Did you not see it where he went on? Here's the deal.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm talking about just Chili's interactions that I've seen with Fapa. They definitely remind me of Chili's interactions with Eli. Like these guys are all like desperate for.
Eli doesn't even bring him up anymore. I've looked.
Doesn't bring Chili up?
No, I've looked at 3 or 4 videos and he's just not saying anything.
Is he bringing up Easy Watchdog anymore? Maybe he's finally smartening up a little bit. That's good.
I think he's gotten wise. I think BZ kind of threw him under the bus that last time. I don't think he cared for that much.
How did he throw him under the bus?
Remember when he was on that deal, he said, I learned everything I know from Michael Eli while he's standing there breaking the law.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But see, he didn't. He's so dumb. He didn't even realize. He didn't even realize the significance of that.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I guess maybe Michael finally.
I think he got a little smart.
Got some cold water thrown on him.
But I go over there occasionally just to check out the live streams to see what the subject is. And I don't watch it for any length of time, but I skip around. I just don't see anything like I was seeing where he was, don't forget about my buddy, my constitutional law scholar buddy, Chili, or no, not, what is it now? Consulting agent.
I think he 86'd that shit because when he was down in Hollywood, he Yeah, that didn't take. That one didn't take.
They make fun
He
of
started. He said he was a constitutional law scholar again when he was in Hollywood. To a couple people. So speaking of constitutional law scholar, yeah, he met. That was the other thing on Brian's thing. He was like, I didn't finish my board game, but that's not going to stop me. I was supposed to have it done in
Yeah, he
December.
hadn't finished his book. My book's not out. Yeah.
He was talking like it was all done when he was in the pokey. He said he'd written this 500-page book already. He probably just copied Atlas Shrugged.
What a douche.
But I gotta, hopefully, I'm kind of preoccupied with the Wrangler-centric stuff right now because
right.
Because that's coming up and I have very limited time. I have to make decisions, you know what I mean? But at some point we got
make decisions.
Just as far as what to work on.
Oh, I got you.
But we're gonna have a little video about his board game though, for sure. I don't know. Also, if sometimes the videos end up better the more kind of time passes. It is what it is. It's the situation I'm in. So wish I had more time, just don't. But the Kaiser stuff it's all going to be over on February 5th. So, it's been fun watching him flip out on Shiz.
Yeah, I really like to know what the content's going to be of that. If it's going to be all just based upon his bond, or if probation parole is going to be involved in it.
Well,
I think
it's a bond revocation hearing, or a show cause hearing for bond revocation.
Oh, so his from the court.
Yes.
The court bonds. Okay, the court bond, not his personal bond. Okay.
Oh, well, actually, the conditions of bond set by the court.
Court, right.
Right.
Which is.
Yeah, I mean, they don't. If it wasn't a big deal, they wouldn't have bothered.
Absolutely.
Dragging him over there.
I just wondered if there was a personal bond company involved too.
That would be a Shiz question.
Yeah, I hadn't heard her say anything about it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Quite sure what's happened, and you know me, man. I'm Mr. I don't expect shit to come of anything. But it does not look good for him, for reals. I mean, and his behavior is not really bolstering.
No, he seems to be.
It's all. I mean, it's almost entirely just lashing out at other people. It's kind of fascinating, to be honest, watching him. I don't recommend watching it solo, but if you can watch it with other people, it always helps. That's why Hill Pirate and Stone Vet are fun to hang out with, and Shiz's live streams lately have been pretty fun. Especially since she just during the live streams, she's just whipping out all these, factual nuggets. While he's spewing his bullshit, and
when he's doing his live streams, all he's doing is calling people names and shit. He's just such a twit.
Yeah. I mean, that's all he's got, and that's how somebody has just nothing to say. Because if it truly were no big deal, he would say, well, look, it's no big deal because, and then he would give a sensible reason as to why it's not a big deal, right? But
All right, let's check this out real quick, and then we'll call it a night. This is it's a few minutes long, but it's pretty good.
how many minutes?
I don't know, 10 minutes or something like that. I don't have to play the whole thing. I may jump on it, but let me.
Well, just
get
speed it
going.
up. Speed it up. Will it affect it if you speed it up?
Stop.
Oh.
Stop.
Be just fine.
Stop right now.
Whoa.
Dude, you better stop. I'm telling you. You better stop. Stop.
Holy
Stop.
cow.
Stop. Stop the bike now. Get off the bike.
Wow.
Hey. Get off. Get off.
Oh, brother.
Stop. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now. I do to you. Bitch, get off my gun. You get off. I'm gonna fucking tase you. Get off of me. I'm gonna fucking tase you.
Wow.
I'm gonna fucking tase you. Seriously, stop. Dude, let go of my fucking gun right now. I'm gonna shoot you. Please, I want to shoot you. I really am trying to get shot in the head. I'm telling you. Instead, I'm gonna fucking tase you. What you're trying to do. Well, I gotta get him off. I got him. No, stop. Seriously, bitch. No. Let go. Stop. Of my fucking gun. Stop. Stop. Please stop. Please. Please, I'm not gonna hurt anyone. I'm just trying to get away. You're not getting away by holding on to the gun. I'm telling you to let go of my gun right now.
Wow.
I didn't say to do this. Stop. Please help me. Stop. Let go of that fucking help gun. Yourself and let go of the fucking gun, man. You about to get tased. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I called for help.
Please. Roll over on your back now, on your belly now. Roll over on your belly. Roll over on your belly. You're gonna get tased. You're gonna get tased. Please let me go. I'm telling you, you're gonna get
Wow.
tased. You're
what's
gonna
happening
get
here.
tased. I work for you guys. Shoot me in the head. I don't want to do this. You're gonna get tased. Let me go. All right, step back. Step back. Go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fuck you. Get down. Get on the ground. Stop. Get on the ground. Stop me. Echo 226. Tango deployed. Roll over on your back, on your belly. Stomach. Get Roll on your stomach now. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. Get on the ground. Stop. Get on the ground. Stop. Stop. Stop it. You're going to get tased again. Stop it. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now. Stop it. Get on the ground. No. Stop. Get on the ground. Roll over. Position. Get on. Stop. Stop it. Stop. Stop it. Give me a cuff. Give me a cuff. No. Give me a cuff. Stop. Seriously, man. Stay down. No. Stop, please. Please stop. Stop. Stop resisting or you're going to get tased again. You got him that side? Roll him over. Where are we going? Roll him to the right. Roll him to your other way, other way, other way. I work for you guys. Which way do you want? That way so I can get his cuffy on it. Do what you guys need me to do. Bring your arm out. Guys. Guys, please.
Now.
We need 65. So everybody else sounds good. We're going to be behind mattress for me.
Yeah, we're going to need a forklift out here.
Yeah. It's a big man being taken down.
Do you think this shit happens in other countries
No.
where you see a gigantic whale of a man?
Well, yeah, other countries don't have the weight problems that we have in this country.
No, but yeah, and also
First of all, and secondly, law enforcement doesn't put up with the nonsense that we put up with here.
I mean,
I think that was
the
pretty
tasing. Yeah, the tasing. I mean, he's lucky he didn't get tased. I mean, they were extremely patient with him. The fact that he had his hand on the
at one
the whole
time he put both hands on it like he was trying to get it out of there. Yeah, he's damn lucky.
Yeah, I would think if I was in that situation, I might have tased him a little earlier. I mean, he didn't ultimately end up tasing him, but
I hadn't watched the whole video to find out what his relationship is. He kept saying, "I work for you guys. I work for you guys." I don't
maybe
know
maybe he did a little
janitor down to jail or something.
Low level snitching or something like that. Maybe he looks like he's mentally disturbed. My first thought was he looks like he should probably be under the care of somebody.
I'll watch the rest of it later. Might be worth making a video on.
Yeah, he seems to he probably has diminished capacities.
See what they say about it.
Oh, dude, he was all over it, 2 hands, yanking it back. It was upside down. As I was trying to get my taser out.
The only thing that hey, we're gonna stand you up, okay? Do me a favor, bend this knee up. Okay? You gotta bend this leg. All right, we're gonna help you up. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, he's definitely not
he was
all
ripping
there.
him out as it was sparking him. So he's on something.
Yeah, that was the other thing I was wondering.
Right. Yeah. Well, first of all, let's hear it for the bicycle.
In what sense?
Well, the fact that it operated with that on top of it.
Oh, right.
It must
Kudos
be
to the engineer. Yeah, kudos to the
well-built
engineer.
bicycle.
Yeah, right. I got you.
Don't know if it's a Schwinn or what. Can't see.
I wonder if they have to design bicycles.
That's a mountain bike.
No.
Oh,
yeah, I mean,
he's got little mics with him.
yeah, I seen he had some kind of beverages.
Yeah, he just went up to get him some coolers and pack of beer
Oh,
from.
man.
Oh, he stole it.